One October morning, Toll Travels woke up in a country that does not exist.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome from the muddy banks of the Dniester River in Pridnestrovie, a country that does not exist. So, everybody, we're in the main city in Pridnestrovie, and it's called Tiraspol. Now, many people will know Pridnestrovie as Transnistria. This is a Western term for Pridnestrovie, but this term is being outlawed here. They don't like it at all. So if you come here, remember to use the correct term, which is Pridnestrovie. Now, it's a little bit difficult to pronounce for some people, so you can just call it PMR for short. So everybody, the last time I was in Pridnestrovie was about 4 years ago when I was traveling with Mr. Bold and Bankrupt. So yeah, he made some very popular videos about Chisinau and also Pridnestrovie. And at the time, this hotel was not the Park Hotel. It was Hotel Iced, some Soviet era hotel. So you can see everything's new here. We've got a Georgian restaurant there. Now everybody, the Hotel Iced back there, as it was known, was Bold and Bankrupt's favourite hotel in the whole world. Now, I'm not sure what made him return time after time after time. Was it the portraits of Lenin hanging in all the rooms and the hallways? Or was it because the hotel had a history of being riddled by Soviet prostitutes? All right, everybody, so we got a barge here, which usually connects one side of the Dniester to the other. So we can see that it's pretty big, so it takes cars and other vehicles. Got some blokes fishing. And I didn't notice this guy hanging around in the grass. There's quite a lot of stray dogs in Pridnestrovie, but as you can see, they're tagged. So yeah, pretty much all of them that I've seen are tagged, and they're looking pretty healthy on the whole. Oh look, we've got some puppies here. Now I'm guessing they're hanging around where people fish so they can get some food. Oh, hello guys. Hello. What is it? Hello. What? What is it? Oh my god, one of the puppies is following me. I hope I don't have to take it home. I think I'm going to come back here sometime and bring some food with me. Alright everybody, so we're now in the centre of Tiraspol. So to give you a brief history of Pridnestrovie, back when the Soviet Union was collapsing, Pridnestrovie and Moldova were part of the Soviet Union. Now Moldova decided they wanted to be an independent country, and Pridnestrovie decided that they did not. So Pridnestrovie wanted to remain part of the USSR. So yeah, sometime after there was a conflict, and a lot of people died here. Conflict between Moldova and Pridnestrovie. So yeah, a lot of soldiers died, a lot of civilians died, and over here behind me there's a plaque to commemorate all those that perished. So let's go and have a look. Now over here we can see some flags, and we've got the Russian flag and the Pridnestrovie flag. As you can see on the Pridnestrovie flag, I have a hammer and sickle. So we're still part of the Soviet Union here. Now, what I also wanted to mention is that Pridnestrovie is not recognized by any real countries, let's say. So it's just recognized by some other quasi-states. So I believe the other states that recognize Pridnestrovie on the flagpoles over there. So I'm guessing it's going to be like Abkhazia, South Ossetia, maybe North Ossetia, and some others. I'm not very good with my quasi-state flags. And over there we've got something to say 232 Tiraspol. So this city is 232 years old. And there we go on top of that building there, got 1792, 232 years ago. Got a beautiful park here. Very nice condition. Got some guards here guarding the entrance. We got a very nice looking restaurant here, everybody. Nouveau. I've been in a lot of restaurants in Tiraspol since I've been here, but not this one. Got a couple of lovely ladies there in the window. Maybe I'll come here later. Right, everybody. So, got a Soviet tank here. No doubt this was used in the war about 30 odd years ago. And here we have an eternal flame. And some of the heroes of the war buried here. They gave their lives to protect Pridnestrovie and their families. You can see there, March 1992. So we've got a very beautiful monument here, everybody, to commemorate all those that sacrificed their lives for Pridnestrovie. So these are the list of, this is the list of Pridnestrovie people who perished. And here we have Žrtvi agresii, which I'm guessing means all the aggressors who died. And here we have some foreigners that have died. We've got some Russians, Ukrainians, one Belarusian, a Latvian, and 2 Estonians. So yeah, everybody, obviously Pridnestrovie is a very interesting place to come and visit, but it's not a Soviet Disneyland, okay? So you have to be a bit respectful towards the place and everybody who sacrificed their lives for Pridnestrovie, because this is still quite fresh in people's memories. So there's a lot of people here that have sons, grandsons, brothers, fathers that perished to protect their country and their families. Now everybody, before that bunch of kids comes over here and ruins my video, I want to tell you about energy in Pridnestrovie, okay? Now, basically Pridnestrovie relies on free Russian gas. So there's a pipeline going from Russia through Ukraine, and Pridnestrovie are getting this gas from Russia for free. So yeah, they have a thermoelectric power station that turns this gas into electricity for the region. So the residents of Pridnestrovie get pretty much free gas and electricity, or very cheap. So last time I was here, I remember visiting somebody's house and they pulled out the utility bills, and it was something ridiculous, like 1 or 2 euros for the whole month. And there, everybody, we have a huge monument of one of the top Soviet dudes himself, Mr. Lenin. Здравствуйте. It's okay, спасибо. So everybody, at the end of this year, the contract for Russian gas between Russia and Ukraine ends, okay? So people here aren't too sure about what's going to be happening with regard to their energy supply. So maybe Russia will be supplying Pridnestrovie with gas in another way. Right, everybody, so I've had my much needed third coffee of the day, so let's talk about the next serious topic. So today is Moldovan election day, and not only is it Moldovan election day, but it's Moldovan referendum day. So currently Moldova has a pro-Western president, and some would call her a pro-Western puppet. Anyway, so yeah, they're going to be deciding on their next president in Moldova, and Sandu, who's currently in power, is widely expected to win again. Now, also today, there's a referendum in Moldova, so they're going to decide if they want European Union accession enshrined in their constitution. Yeah, so you're going to be deciding if they want to pursue European Union integration or maybe keep closer ties with Russia, because historically Russia was providing Moldova with cheap energy, and now they're relying on other sources in Moldova, other more expensive sources. Now everybody, a lot of people here in Pridnestrovie would like to have Pridnestrovie integrated with Russia, but a lot of people would also just like to continue things as they are with Pridnestrovie. Now everyone, if you're wondering what money they use in Pridnestrovie, then it's this, the Pridnestrovie ruble. So there's 18 of these to the euro approximately, and about 20 to the pound. So you cannot use foreign cards in Pridnestrovie, okay? So don't expect to come here and start using your Visa or MasterCard. Now, when you're coming to Pridnestrovie, I highly recommend you bring euros or dollars. Don't bring anything else, because there might not be much demand for it and you'll get quite a weak rate. Look everybody, we've got a man and his hoe here. As we can see, the parks in the centre of Tiraspol are very nice. Here we have Zeleni Rynok. That means green square, and this is a food market. And this is one of the most, if not the most, impressive food market I've been to in the former Soviet Union. Oops, I shouldn't say former Soviet Union. It is the Soviet Union here, so let's say the best one I've been to in the Soviet Union. And here everybody, in the center of Tiraspol, we have a very beautiful church. This gigantic palace type building was built a while ago, and it was supposed to house the rich people of Tiraspol. But it turned out that the apartments were so expensive that they only sold 4 apartments. So it's almost completely unused. Apart from the ground floor, if you look at the ground floor there, there's quite a lot of shops and cafes and whatnot. Now across the road there, they've got a coffee shop called Arabica. Now it's probably the best coffee in Tiraspol. And coffee shops are very cheap here by European standards. So for 50 pence, so about 11 Pridnestrovian rubles, you can get an Americano. So that's about 7 or 8 times cheaper than cafes in the UK, for example, in Costa Coffee or something like that. And it's better coffee. And also everybody, they got some very nice ladies in there sometimes. Holy shit, what was he doing? So yeah, they got some very lovely ladies in that cafe sometimes, but in Costa Coffee back in the UK, you're more likely to see a bunch of old pensioners dribbling into their tea. Now this is very interesting everybody. There's a barbershop called Hooligans, and I see advertising for this barbershop all over the city. And look on the door there, they say they take Visa cards somehow. That's the first time I've seen that. But if you look at the neck symbol next to Visa, there's a card called Clever. Now, Clever card is a card for Pridnestrovie. It's the main payment type. So that's interesting. I have to have my hair cut sometime. I don't normally come into these poncy barbershops, but let's see. Do you want to be in my video?
Yes, of course.
Do you work in this barbershop?
Yeah, I work here. I study in university and work.
Okay, cool. So I noticed on your door you take Visa card, is that right?
No.
No.
It's false. It's kind of marketing.
Yeah, and this Clever card is a main card for Pridnestrovie.
Yeah, it's a system of all bank cards in Transnistria is Clever.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
We have 3 banks here.
Yeah.
There is Agroprom Bank.
Yeah.
Agroprom Bank, in Russia.
Yeah.
Exim Bank.
Exim Bank, yeah.
And it's the clever system.
Oh, it's all the clever system. Okay. And can I ask you about what's like today is like the referendum and election in Moldova.
Election in Moldova.
Yeah. And what is the feeling about this in Pridnestrovie?
To be honest,
Yeah.
we feel in the barbershop we have very much promotion on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all time we need to skip the
Yeah.
advertisement of elections.
They're flooding your YouTube with these advertisements.
It's kind of problem.
And also at the end of this year, like the contract between Ukraine and Russia for the gas will end. And do you have any idea what's going to happen with your energy supply?
To be honest, I don't know what happens.
Yeah, I spoke to other people and they don't know what's going to happen either. Because your Pridnestrovie relies on this cheap gas, of course, so it's a big thing, you know. You don't want to be freezing this winter.
It will be, I think, very big problem.
And do you feel like maybe something could happen? You know, obviously there's war next door in Ukraine.
Yeah. It's feeling bad.
So people are feeling nervous here, would you say?
In general, people doesn't feel anything because we can order something from Ukraine. We can go if we have in Ukraine if we have Moldovan passports. And it's not kind of big problem, but it feels bad. To be honest.
Feels bad, yeah.
Yeah, because it's your neighbor, and there's a war. Hard feeling.
Yeah,
but in
I'm
general,
sure.
people don't feel it at all.
Yeah. And what about like the economy here? Like I noticed since I last came here a few years ago, maybe prices are rising, like everywhere in Europe.
Prices is rising, and I forgot how to say it.
In English.
The products in market were high price. All years, just growing up. It's kind of hard because. I work in a barbershop and we just raise the price, and I have more salary.
But
I can afford it. But old people.
Old people, because the pension here is very minimal, like $100 a month for old people, maybe.
Which deserve, which the government gave them $100, and prices just grow up.
Do Russia give some assistance to people here, some money?
People who has Russian passports got
some help from Russia.
Help from Russia.
Okay, that's good. Very interesting. Well, thanks very much.
Have a good day.
So that was interesting, everybody. Some insight from a local Tiraspol person. Now, everybody, if you look over the other side of the road there, they've got a place called House of Bakery. And I really recommend this place because they have a delicatessen there where they have some pre-cooked food. And you can eat in or take away, and there's lots of healthy choices. The coffee is so-so. Okay, everybody, prepare yourselves. I've got something very, very shocking to show you. We got a white nuclear family being used in advertising. Look at the smirks on their faces. No sign of white guilt at all. There we have it, everybody. There's the local exchange rates. Now, I think they've made a mistake here. It says for €1 you're going to get 170 rubles, but for the dollar, 16. So, yeah, that's obviously a mistake. The real rate is 17 rubles and 40 cents for €1. I wish that were true. So yeah, guys, bring your cash here, and there's many places in the center to exchange your money. Got some restaurants here. This used to be called Casta with a C. I think it might have been Ukrainian because they have them in Ukraine too, but now it's changed and it's got a K. So it's an alright place, but the service is absolutely terrible. And here we have Toscana restaurant, which is the same company, I believe. They've got a karaoke club. And here, everybody, we have the unofficial uniform for the people of Pridnestrovie. I'm not quite sure exactly what this beautiful lady is offering, but I'm interested. Here, everybody, we have a shop selling American goods, but they've called themselves Stockholm for some reason. Bit strange. And behind me, everybody, we have the Russian bank Sberbank. Now, I have a Russian bank card that I was hoping might be accepted in here for withdrawing money, but unfortunately not. I think if I had an actual Sberbank account in Russia, then it might have been okay, but I got a Raiffeisen bank account, so with a mere bank card, so it wasn't accepted. So yeah, guys, if you find yourselves without money in Pridnestrovie and you need a bank machine, you have to go to the border with Moldova, which is near the second city in Pridnestrovie, which is called Bender. So just past Bender there, you can cross the border very easily, go to the cash machine and come back. Here we go, everybody. It says rubles of the Russian Federation or rubles of PMR. Here we got some huge semi-abandoned building, and it looks like just the lower level is in use. Wonder what that could have been back in the day. Now, everybody, you know, back in your country when sometimes you can't decide which supermarket to go to, well, they made it very simple for you here in Pridnestrovie, because there's only one supermarket. It's called the Sheriff supermarket. So the Sheriff is kind of like the ruler of Pridnestrovie. And yeah, so you either have to go to Sheriff to get your food or to the food market. But it's very good in here. There's no shortage of any goods that I can see. Trade is free flowing between Moldova and Pridnestrovie. Now, obviously, because they have free energy here in Pridnestrovie, then local goods are pretty cheap. But obviously imported stuff is more expensive, so I don't know, for a beer you're paying about £1.50 or something like that. For a coffee, 50p. A meal in the restaurant, a simple meal, is about £5-6 maybe, so not too bad at all. And if you wanted to move to Tiraspol, which is not that difficult, you can rent a nice apartment in the centre for a couple of $100 a month. And of course you have, like I was saying, very cheap energy bills as well. Okay, everybody, so that's it from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed having a little look around the centre of Tiraspol here in Pridnestrovie. So yeah, watch out for more videos to come, and till next time, bye bye.